Hey, I'm Grant with Grant's Game Rex. Today, I want to recommend the game Destinies. And honestly, this game is so epic, I feel like I have to say the name like that just all of the time in any situation. Hey, do any of you guys want to play Destinies? Yeah, I'm just grabbing a beer before we play Destinies. I'm up. I'll play Destinies. This feels like a role-playing game in board game form. Actually, I should go put my role-playing cloak on. I call it my cloak of perpetual sweating. Destinies feels like an RPG because you are exploring this big world and constantly making choices for your character. The best part, though, is you do not need a DM to play this game. There's an app that controls everything. So this is a way to get like an RPG experience and feel without having a friend who is a good DM. And believe me, you do not want to play an RPG with somebody who's a bad DM, okay? It's a terrible experience. Playing an RPG with somebody who doesn't know what they're doing as a DM is like getting medical advice from somebody who likes the game operation. I'm like, I don't think you're qualified. I don't want to show you too much here because this is a storytelling game you should experience for yourself, but there is a map that constantly changes throughout the game. You'll be adding tiles to it, which will unlock new places to explore and new people to visit and talk to for your character. Throughout the game, you're going to be rolling dice to do various skill checks to try to get yourself successes. There's a push your luck aspect to the game where you can choose how many dice you would like to roll for a certain thing. If you get above your peg, that counts as a success, and the more successes you have, the better results will be for you. Throughout the game, you're also going to earn various items and companions that'll give you special abilities. The app in this game is great. I admit I'm one of those people that did not want apps in my games for a long time. I was like, I play board games to get away from technology. Scram, app, you take your technology and get out of here. But I think app integration is probably the way of the future, or so the TikTok kids tell me. So, it's probably time to get used to it. And I actually don't mind the app here because there's still a bunch of physical stuff for you to do. There is a physical board game, and the app helps you set it up and drives the story, but you still feel like you have a physical board game in front of you. So what are the things I like most about Destinies? Well, one is the storytelling is awesome. You feel immersed, and the app really brings you in, and there's all these choices, and you get invested in the world. I love the storytelling aspect of the game. I also really like how easy it is to like set up and teach. I mean, you can teach this to somebody in 5 minutes, which for an epic game is like kind of unheard of. This is an epic game where you can teach so quickly, but then the app holds your hand and takes you along and sets up the board and the story and that sort of stuff, so you can teach it so easily. What's one thing I don't like about the game? Well, contrary to an RPG, you don't really get that invested in your character in this game. You never really get to know your character. In an RPG, if your character dies, I mean, it's going to ruin your year. You're like, what? No, I've spent so much time with Trandridge. Okay, he's my friend. I can't lose Trandridge. But in this, your characters don't even have a name. You're just like the huntsman. All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to name my own huntsman, okay? His name's George now. Hey, huntsman, can you come help kill these wolves? Oh, did you mean George? Were you asking for George? Sure, I'll grab my bow.